Chosen one, October 16th, is your winning time. Listen, there are turning points in life that do not announce themselves with trumpets or alarms. They whisper in the quiet. They nudge you from within. They pulse like electricity in your spirit. And October 16th is one of those moments. It is your winning time. Not by accident, not by luck, but by holy orchestration. This is not a warning. This is a confirmation of something you already feel deep in your soul. God has circled this day for you in the divine schedule of your life. You didn't miss it. You didn't delay it. You didn't lose it. It was always going to be October 16th. Watch this message until the end, because something supernatural is weaving through every moment of this revelation. And write your warmest wishes in the comments below, and type the number 777 to activate this spiritual wave. When you do, you are not just writing in the comments. You are speaking into the universe, charging the atmosphere with faith, and sending signals of readiness to the heavens. Wishes, when charged with divine belief, become weapons of creation. Now, chosen one, press the hype button under the video and like this video, subscribe if you haven't subscribed to the channel, and let's begin. October 16th is not waiting to show up. It has already begun unfolding its power behind the scenes. What's changing is your alignment with it. And the moment you recognize this alignment, it feels like lightning striking your inner knowing. Something has shifted. There is a divine hand moving unseen things into visible position. And though the world around you may still appear as usual, unbothered, unaware, unchanged, something holy has erupted behind the veil. You are walking into the season where invisible plans become tangible results. You are stepping into the hour where what was promised begins to pour out. And on October 16th, the signal is loud and clear from heaven. This is your winning time. There were moments when you felt like the delays were rejections, when the pause seemed endless and your prayers returned in silence. But what if I told you that God was preparing October 16th the entire time? What if every delay wasn't punishment, but preparation? The enemy tried to convince you that nothing was working, that everything was wasted, that your efforts were ignored. But on October 16th, the lie ends and truth walks in the room. You are not forgotten. You are not behind. You are not without. You are aligned with God's divine moment, and it is this moment that will erupt like fire into your reality. You may have been holding on to a promise for months, maybe even years. You've survived storms that would have drowned others. You've endured isolation, misunderstanding, confusion, and spiritual warfare. But you never let go. You didn't fold. You didn't quit. And now, the reward of your resilience is being released. God has seen the internal battles. He has measured the weight you carried when no one else could see it. And His response is October 16th. His reward is this divine timing. Your winning time isn't based on man's schedule. It's based on heaven's strategy. You didn't imagine the shift you feel. You're not being dramatic. You are spiritually sensitive. You are spiritually awake, and what you are sensing is real. On October 16th, the gate that was locked swings open. The breakthrough that was denied gets delivered. The wealth that was withheld begins to flow. There is an unseen transfer occurring, and you're not watching it happen for others anymore. This one is yours. It has your name, your energy, your prayers behind it. You were not passed over. You were being perfectly timed. God is not random. He is strategic, and He has been working behind the curtain, setting up your victory for this moment. October 16th isn't about random luck or seasonal blessings. It's about prophetic timing. It's about the manifestation of what you've already claimed in the Spirit. It's about divine reward meeting divine obedience. And you, chosen one, are standing right in the center of that holy meeting point. When your patience collides with God's yes, the result is undeniable success. Everything that tried to block this moment is now powerless. Every force that resisted your forward movement has been overturned. Every barrier that stood in your way is collapsing. You are not fighting to win anymore. You are walking into a win that's already been secured. God has already settled it. You are not entering October 16th to fight for what is yours. You are arriving to receive it. The enemy has lost his final argument against you. The verdict has been issued in heaven. The order has been sent. And it is this: it's your winning time. There is no need to look over your shoulder anymore. You are not repeating an old cycle. You are not retracing old wounds. You are not returning to that version of yourself who had to beg for breadcrumbs. That person is gone. This is not the same you who started the year. This is the crowned version of you, the anointed version of you, the version that rises, the version that receives, the version that reigns. On October 16th, the world will not only see it, they will feel it. Your win will not be silent. It will echo across atmospheres. The reason the pressure increased before this date is because something massive was preparing to land. Heaven doesn't prepare small rooms for chosen ones. God expands territory before He releases destiny. And that expansion hurts. It stretches. It shakes. But it's also sacred. That discomfort wasn't punishment. It was enlargement. Your capacity was increasing. Your heart was being prepared. And now, the gift is ready. October 16th is not about becoming. It's about unveiling what has already been formed in secret. Every time you were overlooked, every time your name was excluded from the list, every time they doubted your worth, it was all part of God's plan to show them what He sees in you. October 16th is not just your time. It is the evidence of your calling, the undeniable display of favor that no one can refute. God is about to make you undeniable, not for the sake of ego, but for the sake of glory, His glory. Your win brings Him glory. Your rise reveals His plan, and your story becomes a testimony that will unlock others. You will not be quiet when the win hits. It won't be small. It won't be in secret. It will not be quiet. This win will speak volumes. Your name will be brought up in rooms you've never entered. Opportunities you didn't chase will come looking for you. Finances that were frozen will suddenly flow. People who once ignored your potential will seek your partnership, not because you begged, but because God announced you. Chosen one, the silence was not abandonment. It was strategy. The quiet wasn't punishment. It was insulation. God kept you hidden because what He was building in you required sacred stillness. You were not forgotten. You were being fortified. You were not overlooked. You were being over-prepared. And now, the time of showing has come. October 16th is the unveiling. The moment the curtain is pulled back and the prepared version of you steps forward. And it won't just be a moment. It will be a movement, a divine shift that creates ripples far beyond what you can see. Your win will bless more than just you. It will touch generations. It will shift the frequency of your bloodline. It will break chains that were passed down. It will establish legacy wealth, not just money, but wealth in vision, peace, opportunity, and divine covering. You are not just stepping into a win, you are stepping into a lineage reset. You were never average. That's why you were attacked. That's why you were delayed. That's why it took longer. But God is now releasing everything that was ever held back. Not piece by piece, but in full. On October 16th, the full weight of what is yours begins to drop into your life. Not all at once, but in undeniable waves. And with each wave, you will know, this is not a coincidence. This is not a fluke. This is God. You are entering rooms as the version of yourself you prayed to become. You are receiving news that shifts your entire direction. You are getting confirmations that only God could orchestrate. The signs will multiply. The synchronicities will become clear. And you will stand, not confused, but confident. Because the spiritual realm has already issued the order. October 16th is the start of your rise, your winning time, your divine hour. October 16th carries a vibration that has been echoing through dimensions, waiting to arrive in the physical world. And now it's here. The shift you feel is not a prediction. It's a present moment miracle, a turning point that refuses to be missed. It doesn't require your permission to unfold. It only requires your awareness to align. Whether you're fully ready or still catching your breath from the battle, the divine moment has already begun. You are standing in the atmosphere of fulfillment. What you sowed in tears, you are about to reap in public joy. Not tomorrow, not someday, but now. You may have walked through seasons where you felt invisible, where your heart carried more than your hands could hold. But heaven saw you. God kept every record. Nothing slipped through His sight. And because you remained faithful, even when your strength was failing, this time is yours. This isn't about being perfect. This is about being positioned. You stayed open when others shut down. You kept your faith when others folded. And now, heaven is saying, give it to them. Let it begin. October 16th will not just open a door, it will swing the gates wide open. Your name has been written into the flow of divine acceleration. What took others years to build will come to you in what looks like moments. Not because you cut corners, but because God is redeeming your time. He is returning what was stolen. He is increasing what was planted. And He is amplifying your voice so that those who ignored you can no longer pretend you weren't chosen. This win will speak for you. This success will explain your silence. This breakthrough will answer every question they had about your life. You are not entering this season as the same version of you who struggled to survive. You are entering this moment clothed in clarity, covered in peace, crowned in purpose. There is a new frequency in your energy, a divine authority in your voice. You've been through the fire, and you didn't come out burned. You came out built, stronger, wiser, sharper, more aware of who you are and who you're not. And that awareness has prepared you for what's arriving now. This isn't just a financial win, it's a soul win, a healing win, a relational win, an emotional victory, an inner revolution. What God is sending into your life is not one-dimensional, it's multi-layered. You won't just get the money, you'll get the peace to enjoy it. You won't just receive the opportunity, you'll have the strength to carry it. God isn't sending a temporary thrill, He's releasing a permanent transformation. October 16th is not about a moment of celebration. It's about entering a new normal where winning becomes your lifestyle. Every closed door was protection. Every rejection was redirection. Every painful goodbye was God clearing the path. Because what is coming now wouldn't have fit into your old surroundings. You were never meant to fit in. You were designed to rise beyond. That's why He pulled you out. That's why He separated you, so He could shape you in private. And now, the shaping is complete. Now, the announcement is scheduled. October 16th is the first chapter of the book that begins with, "And then, everything changed." You will look back at this moment and say, "That was the day it all started. The day the fog lifted. The day the downloads came. The day the check cleared. The day the voice within you shouted louder than the doubt around you." Because this is not just about timing, it's about identity. God is using this moment to reveal who you really are. Not who they thought you were, not who you used to be, but who He created you to be. He is reintroducing you to the world, not as a survivor, but as a ruler, as one who walks in power, as one who leads with divine confidence. October 16th is about being seen. You are not the supporting character in someone else's story. You are the headline, the miracle, the main event. You are the chosen proof that God still does the impossible, that He still elevates the unlikely, that He still fulfills promises. You didn't fake your strength, you built it in the shadows. You cried, but you never quit. You felt abandoned, but you never stopped believing. And now, every tear you buried in the soil of your purpose is sprouting into legacy. The wealth is not just coming, it's multiplying. The favor is not just arriving, it's overflowing. And the moment you step into this win, you'll understand why you had to go through so much. It was this level that required that kind of preparation. Some people thought you lost your way, but God knew you were just walking a different path, a higher path, one that couldn't be seen with the natural eye, one that required divine vision. And now those who questioned your journey will witness your reward, not for revenge, but for revelation. Because your story will show them that it pays to trust when nothing makes sense. It pays to believe when everyone else walks away. And it pays to wait on God's signal. Chosen one, your signal has been sent. The light is green. The portal is open. The river is flowing. And you are being pulled into everything you once only imagined. The vibration of victory is moving through your life. The flow of favor is undeniable. The confirmation will not be delayed. October 16th is your winning time. Not because someone said it, but because God decided it. And when God decides, it is done. There's something sacred about divine timing. It doesn't rush. It doesn't panic. It doesn't conform to the noise of the world. It arrives like lightning after a long silence. And now, you are living in that precise strike of destiny. October 16th is not just a window, it's a portal, one that opens from God's hand directly into your life. And when it opens, nothing can keep it shut. No delay, no denial, no darkness. When heaven opens a door, even your enemies are forced to witness the blessing. This is not a secret moment. It is a public unfolding. God chose this moment not because of what you had, but because of who you are. You didn't buy your way into favor. You didn't manipulate your way into breakthrough. You walked with integrity. You stood alone. You obeyed when no one else would. You kept your hands clean when your name was dragged. You remained upright when you were provoked to fall. And for that reason, this reward has your name all over it. You were tested for this timeline, and now that the test is complete, your results are being released. Not in silence, but in glory. You didn't need to campaign for this win. You didn't have to sell your soul. You didn't need to compromise your values. You let God fight your battles. You allowed Him to build your foundation. And because of that, your elevation will have staying power. This is not a moment of hype. It is a season of harvest. October 16th will not come and go like a regular day. It will mark you. It will be remembered. It will be the pivot point in your personal story, the timestamp of your heavenly announcement. This is why the warfare got worse before this day. Because hell always tries to send its final storm right before heaven releases its final word. But here's the truth. Storms don't cancel the promise. They confirm it. They remind you that you're close. The closer you get to your divine delivery, the more chaos tries to distract you. But the key is this: the delivery is still happening. It hasn't been canceled. It hasn't been rerouted. It hasn't been delayed. It's arriving right on time. This is not just about something new. It's about everything you've been waiting for converging at once. Divine connections, strategic revelations, sudden upgrades, wealth transfers, purpose partnerships, mental clarity, emotional balance, supernatural insight. Your entire atmosphere is shifting, and it's not random. It's deliberate. God is reordering the structure of your reality. He's moving people into your life who carry the keys you've been praying for. He's removing anyone whose presence would sabotage the win.